Okay, people, it is the morning of my first outdoor vendor event, or I should say in-person vendor event. We got the truck all loaded, ready to go. It's all loaded down. You probably can't see, but we're all ready to go. Couldn't show you the packing because that was absolutely crazy hectic. And now we are off to the venue site, and the weather is promising to be absolutely gorgeous, and so we're looking for a crowd. So let's get going. Hey everybody, we are now all set up. I think all my vendors are here. We did have one that couldn't make it, so sorry. But this is CLM Custom Designs. That's the waterman. Ice cold water. We got some bags and shoes and things out here. We got little Lolita Lexi. She's got all the animal things going on. Say hey to the people. Checking her out. We got B More in the house. Raquel, say hey to the people. We got Presley Arts going on. Mr. George. Hello. He's the author, storyteller, photographer. Look at this beautiful stuff he got going on. Ain't nothing like a gorgeous sunset and the beach. I wish I was there right now. I got Scentsy going on over here. Miss Anna, say hey to the people. All your smell good needs. And they even got some kid characters going on.
Yes, Scentsy buddies.
Absolutely. We got Mr. Greg with jerseys. He's coming along. He's coming along.
How you good people doing?
He is coming along. And the missus is helping.
Hello, hi, good morning.
Down here, we still in setup mode, but we got some jewelry coming. Give us a second on that. They're getting set up. I got Miss April down here with paparazzi.
Hey, everything is $5.
Okay. Getting set up. We got Mr. TJ down here with all his little cards, trading cards and games and everything else to bring out the kid in you. Oh, we got the DJ down here. Cause see, you like to dance when you eat. That's what's going on here. Hey. Oh, I might get a strike for that. All right. I got some body butters going on. I got some juices going on. Okay, I got black art. That would look right good on your living room window. Hey, got the art going on. All right, I got bags. I got ball gowns. Oh. Look at that bag. That's hot. And I got your floral needs taken care of too. Hey, I got King's Crafty Designs going on right here.
Good morning.
And I got Mahogany Queen wrapping us up. So it's a couple of days after the event, and I just wanted to kind of sit down and reflect on how I thought everything went. I was pleased overall with the event. My vendors seemed to be very happy. Everybody sold something. It was a beautiful day. So I guess that's a win-win. I'll take it. But the reason why I decided to do my own event was there's so many scammers out there, so definitely be careful. People saying that they're having events, taking your money, and not really having events. So make sure you thoroughly do your research to make sure that this is an actual event before you send any money. But then also, spending a lot of money, not getting a lot of traffic, not having a good venue site, things that are promised that don't necessarily come to fruition. So I just thought, let me try to see what I could do on my own. I have a good network of other vendors. And so I just thought I would try, and actually it was pretty good. I think I had maybe 16 vendors in all. All of them weren't shown, I don't think, on the video. But anyway, I had about 16 vendors in all. So it wasn't bad at all. Let's see, when I first got started, I had to go to some vendor events and hand out flyers to get other vendors to come. So that's a good resource. Just going to other vendor events in your area, make sure you have flyers, hand it out to them, talk to people, and get them to come. I did discover though, vendors book far in advance. So the more time you can give them, the better your chances are of getting more vendors. So if I was going to do it again, I would start a little bit earlier. So, because a lot of people I talked to were already booked. So yeah, I would definitely start recruiting vendors a little bit earlier. Make sure you have a good spot. I chose an outside spot. That way I knew each vendor could have the space that they needed. And B, I felt like we were visible because we were outside. People driving by, people in the neighborhood walking dogs and things like that would be able to see us. So I thought that would help with foot traffic. Thank goodness it was a day that it was not too hot and it didn't rain. So we had a beautiful day. But then there are some vendors who want to do inside if they're selling like cupcakes or snow cones and things like that. They want to be inside. So that is something to consider too, who you're, what type of vendors you want to have, because that will depend on whether you have an inside or out. So that is something to give consideration to. Something as well is make sure you give your vendors enough time to set up, because typically you might give them 30 to 40 minutes, maybe even an hour, but sometimes that's just not enough. The vendors have a lot of things that they have to set up, and then you have to look at your table and kind of reevaluate and rearrange things. So I would definitely say give your vendors enough time to set up, at least minimally an hour to set up. Another big key thing was advertising. Make sure you advertise. I use some of the local papers, online forums like Nextdoor if you have that. Definitely, of course, social media. We actually printed and handed out flyers, just walked the streets, handed out flyers. Again, when I was at the other vendor events, I was handing out flyers to people who were there. I asked all my vendors to also advertise, tell people go through your phone books and text and things like that. So that is a key. Go to your local libraries and post up flyers and things like that. So definitely make sure that you advertise. That is definitely the key. I also made sure that I had no more than 2 of the same vendors. I think that's important, because when you have a multitude of vendors selling the same thing, that's a problem, because if the vendor up front gets hit first, the people may not come down to the other vendor. You don't want that much competition for each vendor. I don't think that that's fair. So I would say 2 maximum of the people doing the same thing. Trying to think what else. That's all I can kind of really think of that were like my heavy points that I tried to make sure that I touched on. I also say giving a thank you gift is a nice touch to all your vendors for vending with you, because what you want to do essentially is create a following. So every time you have a vendor event, those people will want to follow you to your next site. So I would definitely say to the little extra perk sometimes helps. These are some of the gifts that I gave out to my vendors. Stay positive, the boss, dream big, rise and grind, you got this, and work hard, stay humble. Who doesn't love a good affirmation? I think what I would do differently next time too, I would probably ask my vendors to purchase one thing from at least one vendor. That way you guarantee everybody gets at least one sale. So because sometimes you may not. Fortunately, all my vendors did, but it may not happen. So I think the next time I would say that they have to purchase something from one vendor that's already there. But use that opportunity to network. Make sure everybody exchanges cards. websites, social media handles. Make sure everybody follows everybody or subscribes to their channel, and just kind of make it a nice community, because what I noticed is that when the other vendors at my event found other things that were coming up, they shared it within the group text. We did a group text, so they shared it with everybody else, and so that's another way to find legitimate vending events. So when these people have found them, so again, we had a great time. No complaints. Would I do it again? Yes, but it is a lot of work, so I would probably do it maybe twice a year maximum, because when you have a lot of other stuff going on, it's a lot. But I've dipped my toe in the waters, and I'm glad that I did. I know what all is involved now, so I can go into it wide-eyed should I decide to do it again. So yeah, that's my spiel. But anyway, drop in the comments if you think that there's something else that I could do to make it better, maybe another place to advertise, or if you would like to be a vendor at my next event, drop your information and I'll be sure to reach out to you. But in the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone else who you think would appreciate my content. So until I see you again, guys, be safe. Bye-bye.